again. I think we're live. We are live. Yeah, no, so just got back about ready to do a proper campfire cookout. Long day for me. Very long day for me. I had to go into work to get my batteries because I forgot them. Forgot to charge them when I was there. I forgot to turn my power bar on, so I had to go to the library, which is very far away. It's in town, so I had to go there, charge there. From there, I had to go shopping to get these from the thrift store. They're very good too. From there, I went shopping to do the MEATstravaGANZA cookout. I marinated it in kimchi and a lot of fuck ton of garlic. And happy Tuesday to you too. So yeah, I'm gonna start this fire because I want to get it all ready to cook. Please just start with one shot today. I'm not in the mood to fight with you. And happy Tuesday to you too. So how is everybody today who's here? How are you guys? How you guys keeping? I myself very busy for the last like 5 days. Work, mostly work. How you doing? And yeah, I'm hoping this starts up in the one shot today. I'm not really in the mood to fight with fire. Not today, at least. If this breeze keeps going, I won't have to pump it too much. Some holes, because that's different. That is cheap meats. I got a couple pork chops and beef scrap cubes kind of deal, and it's gonna marinated it in a kimchi. This kimchi was onions and cabbage, very fermented, really good stuff too, really spicy. Added some pepper and a full clove of minced garlic. I minced it myself. I'm awesome. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna cook over the fire. It's a mix of pork and beef. I wish it could just be beef, but beef is expensive. And yeah, I'm gonna cram it all in this thingy. Oh, I love that. That's the thing. I love spicy too. And it's been like since I've had actual meat, 2 weeks at least, maybe 3. Now we gotta build some coals. I took like the last hour to cut some to give me a nice base of coals that I can cook with. And yeah, I'm still at least half an hour, 45 minutes off to actually start cooking. I feel like I got some decent coals there. And there's a lot here, so it's going to be a lot of cook time. And I got to start draining out the juices from it because there's a lot of juice in here. I had a double bag, but there's a lot of juice that's going to come dripping out. But it's nice marinated. Smells super garlicky. And looks nice. It's been marinating for about 4 hours. There you go. That's it. See? Again, it's beef and pork. That's what I can get for cheap. I can't get a lot of beef. And pork is cheap. Do a mix so I get less price. And I got a meal for a couple days. Well, today and breakfast. And again, there's kimchi in this, and I love my some spicy kimchi. Actually, I've got a thing for cabbage. I hate to admit how much I really do like cabbage. And this is onion and I guess you'd call it Chinese cabbage. Different than what I usually get. I just do the classic North American green cabbage. But all the spices with this, it feels super nice and tender, and I just gotta space the big pieces out properly. And you can smell the fermented, the funkiness from the fermented stuff, the fermented kimchi. This is gonna blip off for like 2 seconds. Welcome everybody. If you want to do me a favor, you could the like button, give me a thumbs up on the stream. That would be great. That helps me grow in the algorithm. You can double tap or 3 buttons at the sides. But yeah, welcome everybody. Campfire cookout. MEATstravaGANZA. I don't need to leave from that. And yeah, I'll space this out. And when I've got coals, I will cook my first actual meat that I've had in over 3 weeks, 2-3-ish weeks. There we go. And that's what's gonna cook. Oh yeah, it's been. I haven't really. I've been busy for the past few weeks. Well, not weeks, for the past few days. I'm back to work now, and you know, just dealing with a lot of stuff. We'll say things and stuff, this and that. So I haven't been that, you know, one thing comes up, another thing comes up. I wanted to do a stream on Friday. We ended up doing an audio chat over the Discord with everybody, and I think that was better than a stream. I had a lot of fun there, and then we even kept it going with a couple of the other guys. It was a really fun time. And yeah, Park, how are you? Nobody's making any comments. There's 71 people here and nobody's saying a damn thing. I'll just keep my mouth shut. So Park, how are you? Long time no see. Okay, good. It's actually working. Kangy GT, how are you? Yeah, the cooking's gonna happen soon. Right now, I've got it all set up to cook. I'm just trying to drain off all the. Again, I bought some kimchi when I was at the store, and I've been marinating it in the kimchi. Like I dumped it into a Ziploc bag to marinate my beef and pork, and it's really. It smells great. Like, I added garlic, full clove of garlic. But there's so much of this kimchi juice I gotta get rid of. Lots and lots of kimchi juice that I don't need to cook with. But this is perfect. Like, this is gonna be dinner. There's onions, kimchi, so that's cabbage and fermented cabbage and onions, and it smells beautiful. I added a little bit of pepper and a a full clove of garlic. So that's going to be the first meat I've had in a while. Oh, it already smells really good. Like, I really like that funky taste you get from fermented foods. There's a little bit of a funk from the kimchi funk coming off of this. Coming from, like, again, this is a mix of beef and pork. Because, pork is cheap, beef is not, and I got some cheap beef and mix it with the pork, let it marinate. But there's a lot of funk coming off of it right now from the kimchi. And I love the funk. I love some funk. Oh, that's the thing too. There's enough salt in it. But cooking with a fire, you get a taste you cannot otherwise get. Like directly over coals, you get this really nice smokiness and a little bit of wok hay. High heat. You know when you cook in a wok, the flavor you can only get from the flavor you get from cooking on a wok, super high temperature, super fast. You get that from a campfire. Plus the smokiness. Hey, warrior. I'm tired of rice. I'm absolutely sick of rice. I'm eating this with some potato salad. I picked up some potato salad when I was out. Man, I went. This weekend was Canadian Thanksgiving Day. Nothing was open Sunday or Monday, and I'd run out of money. I was dead broke. So for like the last Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I ate the same meal. A little bit of rice. I had cabbage because I got it cheap. Rice, cabbage with some eggs in it. And salt. That's all I'd been eating for like days. This is like the first actual factual meat I'm having in weeks. Oh, Joe, this if you see one of these around, pick it up. They're awesome. I will never complain about this grill. I got it at a dollar store for like $3. I will never regret buying particular cooker. Yeah, definitely give the stream a like. A lot of people here today. Well, what I'm thinking about doing with this meal is there's a lot here. Like, there's more than I need. So I'll quarter it. I'll have dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner tomorrow. It's chillier out now. Once it's cooked right through, I might even cook it a little bit longer. It'll keep. And I've got a cooler bag with some ice in it right now, so it'll definitely keep for tomorrow. I have a big day tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got a new shack I'm moving into. And I've got a bunch of stuff stored in the shack. I put a lock on the door. I can't sleep in it because literally I put everything in the shack. But I'm going to insulate the walls with some it's a styrofoam, it's called signboard. It's like this styrofoam, very super thin styrofoam that's durable. I'm going to staple that on the inside so I have some insulation and patch up where the holes are. And yeah, get everything set up the way it needs to be. That's what I'm going to be working on tomorrow and get out of this campsite here. I didn't build it. Oh, I'm working on that. I've got all the stuff moved over. I just have to pull everything on the inside out, patch up some of the holes where the squirrels are getting in and leaving their... Like, when I did some clean out of it, and I pulled out a pile of nuts. Like, I'd say about 10 pounds worth of nuts. Some squirrel's going to be pissed off at me, I swear. I got to patch some holes. I might throw a tarp over the roof so it is waterproof. I have to staple. I've got a staple gun to do that now from the dollar store. Got to staple up the signboard to insulate. and build a bed. So I've got a couple of really big pallets, the wooden pallets I've got there. I'm going to bring that. I'm going to build some legs for it. I'm going to attach the two together long ways. I've got some legs for it that I've cut out of wood. I'm going to nail them onto the thing so it's a bed that's actually off the ground. And I've got a couple of the sleeping pads I'll put down. I'll wrap it in a tarp, put the sleeping pads on top of that, wrap that in a painter's tarp, wrap another tarp over that, and then put some cushioning over that, and then my blankets. Today I'm doing pretty dang good. And we're almost getting the coals we need to cook. Today's the MEATstravaGANZA. I didn't build the shack. The shack was just there. I tried to do a build, but I got chased off by the police. But I am going to film the inside, what I've done to it. Might even show you me doing it. But I'm also trying to stay on the under the radar too. So I'm going to show you the inside, what the shack is, but I'm not going to show you the surroundings. Unfortunately, if someone saw a video of surroundings, they would actually be able to pinpoint exactly where it is up here in the area I'm in now. Because there are very identifiable landmarks visible from where the shack is. So I'm going to be extra careful about that. I don't want another incident with a crazy guy knowing where I am. Oh, I think it's an old emergency shelter. It's not a hunter's camp. I think it's just an old emergency shelter up in the woods because it is old and there are holes in it. There are some places I need to fix up the support so it doesn't fall. It's been there a long time. It hasn't been used in a long time. But it's nice. I'll have something with a handle and a lock on it. I don't think that person's coming back. It's even if they do, it's mine. It's old. It's falling apart. There's holes in it. I think whoever built it long since left, and there's nothing on the inside. So if they had any personal belongings there, took it with them. Yeah, well, I wanted to build. The worst part is, it took me 2 weeks to drag all the pallets I had into where I was going to build. I pulled in 16 heavy-duty pallets, each one weighing at least 40, 50 pounds, into a spot for just the cops to show up and say, "Oh, boo, you can't be here." But I salvaged a lot of stuff there. Like, they broke down the pallets. In fact, I might get the wood and use the wood for burning. They broke down the pallets. I managed to salvage the tarps I had. And the worst part is I've got a cast iron wood burning stove with the pipes stashed in the woods that I've got to figure out how to get to here, then to the new spot. Because from here it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to walk to where I've got the cast iron stove stashed. From here to the new spot is another 45-minute hike. That fucking stove, easily 80 pounds. And I gotta walk that through the woods strapped to my back. Yeah, it would be too cool to do a dugout. My problem is with dugouts on the side of a hill. I know what you're talking about. I've got a problem with them is just use some common sense. When I'm about to build something or if I'm going to camp somewhere, I take a look what's around me and what could go wrong. Right where I am, all these trees are tall but young. They're all very healthy, so nothing's going to fall down and hit me. And right now I'm on a slope, so I'm not going to get flooded. Now, if you build on the side of a hill, you really got to be careful because trees, hills have a tendency to break and fall, and you got to be very careful you don't have a tree land on you at night. That's my problem with dugouts. There, you could have a tree fall on you and crush you, and if it doesn't, it might fall and trap you into your dugout, which would suck. With transporting it, I got it there so I bought that wood stove for $10. It was at the side of a road. The farmers in the area, they like to sell stuff at the side of the road. They like nail a toolbox to a fence post, put a slit in it, don't even lock the damn thing, and put a price tag on what they're selling. I bought that small stove for $10 with the pipes. I managed to walk it, I'd say 2.5 kilometers from where it was to where it's sitting now, strapped in my bag on my back. The stove now is fairly close to where I was going to build the camp out of the pallets. It is on a pile of brush, well hidden, wrapped in a tarp. I'm not just going to, leave it sitting there out in the open, but it's safe. It's still there. I know for a fact it's still there. I was there not too long ago, actually, to when I was grabbing the tarps and whatnot, and it's still there. Oh man, I was talking to Platypus and Cornicy last night. We were just having a discussion, and I said something, and I thought nothing of it. It's just like a natural thought to me. Where my surroundings are, like the new spot, it's on a slight incline, and it's got a little bit of high ground there. And I said it's perfect. It's not going to flood. And there's like, well, what do you mean? And I was like, it's not going to flood because one, it's on the high ground and it's a small slope going down towards the river. I'm safe from flooding. And they're like, that's not common knowledge. I'm like, but it is. But it's really not. And we got talking into these about the guys who do this the survival content on YouTube. That honestly, 90% of the stuff they do is complete bullshit. Like, okay, how to start a fire and cook a meal. They're cooking a meal in the forest. I'm gonna tell you, ain't nobody bringing a cast iron pan in their pack when they're going, hiking in the woods. A cast iron pan adds 10 pounds to your pack. You can't bring that. Uh, Even then, there's a lot you don't need. And I just see a lot of their stuff as apps. As someone who's lived as a survivalist now, unfortunately, not by choice, but who's a survivalist for a year straight, I see a lot of the stuff that they're doing. It's complete bullshit. Like, okay, there's these guys who make a fire starter. They grate soap on a cheese grater, put it in a bottle, and fill it in gasoline. Oh, it'll work. That is a great way to start a fire. It's also a great way to make a bomb in your backpack. Thing about gasoline, even though it's trapped in the soap, you put it in a bottle and tighten it, it still evaporates within the bottle. That bottle's going to expand and explode. And now you've got a nice, pop in your bag and gasoline everywhere. Oh man, you're right there. The cops, they treat us like crap, and a lot of regular folks treat us like crap. Like, I've got a lot of stories I could share and like to share, but yeah, like we call them NIMBYs. They like to come and destroy homeless encampments because it's there and they want to. But the only thing is, let's say something goes wrong, the internet goes down, do transactions, and I don't want to say society is going to collapse. I don't believe society will collapse, but if something major was to happen, for a year I've developed skills to survive. I know I'll be okay. Oh, and I made a video about it, and they were freaking awesome. I found a whole clutch of oyster mushrooms, at least like 5-10 pounds worth of oyster mushrooms. My God, I found them. I went out to Toronto. I fried them up while I was getting ready to leave to go to Toronto last week. They were beautiful, and they didn't send me to space. They were just beautiful oyster mushrooms. Oh man, heat. I haven't had ace. I made it through the heat of the summer. You find ways to cool off. You find some shade. You're fine. You don't need AC. And it's really nice sleeping in cold weather. I'll tell you that much. I like sleeping in the cold. Well, backpacks are useful. Like, I'll be honest, my backpack is huge. I've got an 80-liter backpack, and I use it for a lot of things. Like, I'll use it to collect firewood, to bring in supplies and whatnot. Having a big backpack like that is a blessing. I need to get a new one because it is falling apart, but I keep patching it up. If you can get a big pickle pack that goes on your bag, you won't regret it. There's more use for a bag, a big knapsack, than rope. I can walk straight over here right now into that bush, come out with plants, and within 15 minutes, I'll have made myself some strong rope. I'll have made myself 10, 20 feet worth of pretty damn strong rope. A backpack is more valuable than rope. Mine's one of those waterproof bags too. It's like made out of a rubber. Like, if you're thinking about doing backpacking or vagabonding, I'll tell people just don't. It's a bad idea. But if you are going to, just remember less is more. The less you got, the better off you're going to be. You don't need to carry a cast iron skillet. Go get yourself a $5 aluminum pan. That's all you need to do while you're cooking. Get yourself one of these. You need yourself a small pan and something like that to do all. You don't even need this. You can do this on a stick. You don't need as much as you think you do. Make sure you have yourself a knife. And yeah, if you can wrap some cord around the handle, bring some cord. But make sure you got a knife, something warm to wear, and some emergency supplies, and some fishing line. That's all you need. Yeah, it's a shame about shoestring, but guys like that, they the problems, right? Like, doesn't matter. Alrighty, let's do. Starting. I want those to go out. Oh, shit. Damn it. Straight to jail. No trial, just jail. Oh, not much. Just my MEATstravaGANZA live stream. Getting ready to cook all this. Just waiting for those flames to just die. I don't need the flames. Okay, take it off. There you go. Cooking. Yeah, I'll let it cook. Give it a nice flip. Flip it again, and then start to stoke the fire back up and do it all over again. I want it I want it well done because I am saving it, and it's pork mixed with beef, not just straight up pork. Not just straight up beef. Hey, Jordansky, how you doing? I'll tell you though, the smell of this, the funk that's coming off of it, you got the fermented funk that's coming off of it. The second it got over those coals, holy crap, that smells good, man. Like, holy shit, that smells so good. My mouth is already watering. Who's Gats? I don't know who Gats is. Oh, I do love kimchi. If you get yourself some kimchi like this, because they don't really put sugar in the kimchi, it's a lot of spices and whatnot. If you do something like go get yourself a decent kimchi from the grocery store, one that's actually fermented, and with get some garlic. I use a whole clove of garlic and onions. There's onions in here as well. Do your meat like that with some pepper. Throw the whole thing of kimchi into it. Pepper, minced garlic, and onion. And I swear it is beautiful. And this already smells beautiful. Oh, Sean Gatz. I know who you're talking about. He's got like, he tattooed his face with lightning bolts. I don't mind that guy. Who I don't really care for. Actually, I think Sean Gatz he's a character. He's great. I don't. What's his name? Narrowway Homestead. I don't like the guy from Narrowway Homestead, and I don't like the other guy. Will Survives. I don't like those guys. Nate from Narrowway Homestead seems like a bit of a phony to me. Like, all he gives a shit about is his company. He's not a very authentic person. But, you know, I believe in the beginning who he was really him, but now he's just playing a character similar that to what Will Survive does, because Will Survive, that's just a character. I don't care what anybody says. He's playing a character. There's a couple people, like I've been trying for a bit. Like, I want to grow my YouTube channel. 100% I want to grow my channel. So I've been emailing and talking to different creators. There's another big one. He's over 1 million subscribers in Canada. I was talking to and he's not too far from here either, a collab with, and he was all for it. But he wanted to charge me $2,000. It's like, yeah, no. Yeah. Will Survive. I think, again, I think he knows his stuff. I don't think he's bullshitting about it. He knows his stuff. He learned a lot, but I think he's a bit of a wad. I think he's a phony. Like, his personality's an act, and I think he's just a jackass. In all honesty. Oh, thank you very much. Like, I'm actually trying to find somebody to do some videos with, to get on stream together with, to have a conversation with live. And I want it to hopefully be someone smaller like me. I'm only at 13,000 people. I would love it to be a smaller creator to get on with, so we can, grow with each other and just share an actual conversation. I'm trying to at least find that. What do you mean? What do you mean you smell autism? Oh, that smells lovely, man. Well, that's actually for dinner tonight. I'm going to cut it into four, put the rest in my ice bag. Dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for tomorrow as well. I don't waste meat, man. And all it is like, I got some beef. I bought some beef trimmings from the butchery, and I bought some pork chops that I had him slice up small for me. Right there, that is beef and pork. All that there, that's mostly meat. Cost me less than $5. Hey, Cat Mom, long time no see. And if you look there, you see the smoke from the flames penetrating the meat. You don't get that flavor anywhere else but from a campfire. If you go to a butcher shop and ask him if he's got any trimmings he's willing to sell. Like, they've got to make sure everything is all pretty and whatnot. It's not pretty, but you'll sell a bag of beef trimmings, $3, and like the pork trimmings are just even cheaper for more. And you mix it together, you get this nice little meal going on. How about we all chill? Let's all chill. Let's not bring any drama to the chat. Got to get some flesh back in there. Get her, let the meat rest. Build up some more coals. And then I'll cook it again once this side is done. Just, it's very thick. There's a lot there. But I want to do the double cook, really get a nice char on it and the smokiness. Yep, a very low or slow cook over the fire. Again, it's mostly pork. There is some beef in it. It's evenly distributed, so it doesn't matter to me if it's well done. It's still going to be juicy. It's still going to taste good. And I'm going to be eating this for the next 4 meals. Another thing is the smoky flavor. Like, again, all the smoke. That is what I'm looking for. It's the smokiness I want. Let's see what it looks like. Go for a few more minutes. I'll be honest. I'm a very simple when it comes to cooking. Always have been, always will be. Sometimes you just want something different. I collected a lot of wood just so I could do this today. Ah. Thanks for everybody for joining today. I always enjoy little. I'm going to be having potato salad with dinner. I'd usually have rice for my carbohydrate, but I'm really sick of rice. Oh, this. I wish I could send the smell through YouTube to you guys. I'm just sitting here. This smells so damn good, man. Like, my mouth is actually watering. That's how damn good this smells. Actually, that's the thing. The most expensive here is that I paid bought today with kitchen. It was $1 total, and a clove of garlic was less than $1. So $10. I'm gonna get 4 full meals out of this. And in the morning when I have this, like, I bought some. I guess you'd call them like French bread. Like it feels like a small baguette, but it's a roll. I don't know the name for it. I'll use that and just plunk the meat right on there and have it for breakfast, nice and cold. There we go. It's getting there. It needs to be, it needs heat to it now for what I want. Like, I'd say it's mostly cooked through, but I want some crust and caramelization, and I need heat for that. Really hot coals, fresh coals. So let's make some fresh coals. Yeah, this will get nice and it feels like it's cooked through. Smells delicious, but I want to get it a little bit more brown. And we're doing that now. Oh, that's why again, this is really not this is not high quality meat. If I was getting myself a really good steak, salt, pepper, garlic, that's all there'd be to it, and it would be rare. That's the way I would eat a good steak. But this isn't high quality meat. I marinated this meat for like 5 hours. So I don't mind doing the double cook. Like, cook it, get it cooked through, have a small seal on it, and put it back in after it's rested for a bit so we can get that char on the outside, then eat it. And even then, like, I want it to crisp up a bit more. I probably take it off the fire once more, get some flames like this, and stick them directly in the flames for like 30 seconds aside so we can get that like really crispiness on it. Dan, D, I'm working. I don't consider myself a typical homeless person. I'm working. I stay away from where homeless people go. I stay out of the cities. I'm legit way up in the woods, middle of jack shit nowhere. So I don't consider myself typical, and I'm a very fortunate person who never fell victim to addiction. Unfortunate thing with homelessness is it happens. People hit the streets, and they fall victim to addiction. It's sad but true. Oh, again, I'm on something called Crown Land. I'm nowhere near the major cities. I am legit in the forest. They're by a lake. Is nobody around to bother me. Like, since I've been here. Well, yeah, I've had the police come once because I was in somebody's hunting spot and they wanted to be bitchy about it. Didn't cause me any real trouble. I've saw people I've been here since June. I've only saw 3, maybe 4 people since I've been here. I can go fishing right. I've done it. When I ran out, like I don't got much money right now. I'm pretty much broke. When I was really desperate and had no money, no food, I've got a fishing rod. I went down to the lake and I picked out a worm. I went fishing for about an hour and caught myself some bluegill and perch. I think I caught myself like half a dozen bluegill, near a dozen perch, skinned them, and fried them up over a fire. I wish I could bring you guys to the lake, but the second I get close to it, I have no connection on my phone. That, and I don't really want to bring you there, because if I show you that, you'll see landmarks and be able to figure out exactly where I am. And I think there's a reason why I don't do much around town or walking around the area here, is because I don't want you guys to be able to figure out my location. I've had trouble in the past with someone knowing my location and really scaring the shit out of me. So it's more about protecting myself. My safety is priority over entertainment. Not that I don't trust you guys, but there's always that one person in the crowd, you know. That's because I'm a lot happier. I'm not in Toronto anymore. I don't have crackheads coming up to me stealing my shit. I've got a job. I'm working, and my life is slowly, but it is improving. And I know life's not perfect, but I know I have a lot to be happy for. And like, one thing I'm very proud of is I was in a shit situation in Toronto. I know this, but yet I managed to stay away from all substances. Didn't get addicted to drugs or alcohol or anything like that. And in my books, that is a huge win. Sad thing is, when people become homeless, they lose hope. And they'll do whatever they can just to feel a little bit, just for a little bit, feel better. And that ends up being falling victim to drugs. And I'm proud of myself for not allowing it to happen to myself. You know, hobo isn't a term of a person who hops on a train. It's Google the actual term for a hobo. It's not a train hopper. That's a train hopper. Same with guys who hit the road. They're rubberneckers. Hobo is a term for a homeless person who has traveled and has the ability to travel, which I've done a lot of hitchhiking. In fact, I believe it's more of a term of endearment than anything. I don't like the word. I'd rather people just someone call me homeless than the term that they're trying to coin now is, oh, you're not homeless, you're unhoused. I fucking hate that term, unhoused. I hate that term with a passion. Like, it's like, it's a word to make yourself feel better about the people living on the street. They're not homeless, they're just unhoused. It just sounds better than, no, those motherfuckers are homeless living on the street. Ugh. You know what? I should get some people involved, start making an internet show, and calling it Hobo Loco. The Hobo Loco Hour. Like, go on, make it something like the Trailer Park Boys. God, I love that show. Hey, Dale. Jay, my medications, I will run out of all my medications this one on the 24th. Luckily, I get my first paycheck from work since I've been back on the 23rd, and I get my YouTube money on the 21st. And with both of those combined, I have enough to pay for my medication. I should definitely be able to pay for all my meds. And I'm just waiting for the Trillium medical benefit thing to hurry up, and I applied for it last month. It takes like 4 months to get. Good thing is I'll get the last 12 months of payments back the second I get it. And I don't have the old shoes anymore. They literally fell apart. But I got these new boots. Really pretty. Treads are great. The sole is great. I got these today. Went to the thrift store, got them. They wanted $40. These ones are real leather. They retail for near $240. They were supposed to hold a different pair for me that were my size, steel-toed, for the same price that didn't hold. They said they didn't have it anymore. So I used, they were trying to sell these for $40. I used the fact that they sold the ones I wanted, they didn't have it anymore, as a guilt tactic, and negotiated for $40 down to $10 for brand new boots. Hey, Cat Mom, I want to do a talk show. I would love to do a talk hour. It's just going about that, bringing other people in, bring certain problems to the channel. If we were to do that, it would have to be done on like Discord. I would create a private room that's invite only. I would have to have a mod in the Discord vetting these people before they get invited into the room. So if someone wants to talk, they join the Discord, say something, then they get invited into the private room, and we have a chat like that. It's just, it would be a lot of work to vet them, but things can go downhill very quickly doing that. And I don't want to bring something onto the channel that could hurt people in any way or cause me to lose my channel. Dude, we're not begging here. We're not a begging place. I'm sorry to do this, but you're done. No fucking begging, man. We're just here to chat. I don't fucking beg on here. You're not allowed to fucking beg on here. If you beg on here, it's an instant ban. I'm sorry, guys. I let that happen. He's gone. He's not coming back. You got... Please be careful. Anybody asking for anything, money, anything like that on the internet, in a chat room, anything like that, 9 times out of 10, they're lying and they're scammers. Unless you have 100 proof positive, do not deal with that crap. Forget about them. They'll try to guilt you 1,000 different ways. Ignore it. And here, we don't do politics here. There's 4 rules. One, this isn't a rule, but we don't talk about politics here. Don't beg in here. Those aren't rules. Those are guidelines. No racism, sexism, homophobia. Just don't be a dick here. And begging falls under don't be a dick. Yeah, you're fine, man. You haven't asked for anything. You're always welcome. Everybody's welcome here. That guy was straight up begging for money. That's why I got a little bit frustrated. I'm more the kind of guy. If you offer me money, I'm gonna try to find a way to turn you down. I could be starving to death, but I'll find a way to fucking turn you around. I'll be okay. I'm not better. Yeah, no, that's one of the. That's why I love the Discord. That's why I have this chat. Everybody, 99% of people I've met are fantastic, great people. You get that small, very, very small percentage of people who are out to no good and are pretty good at catching them. And I'm really glad everybody joined in today. Like, we had a lot of people here today. We got up to 75 people. My second largest stream, this is my third largest stream. My second one was 99. My largest was 250. I'm very grateful to have every single one of you here. I'm thinking next week we might do another. I'll be in Toronto sometime next week. I'm thinking when I'm in Toronto, we'll do another stream by the stream while we stream. Or chat by the stream while we stream. Oh, this is really spicy. This is like a kimchi mix. So it got a small bit of heat. I'm just going to cut it into quarters and eat it as is with some potato salad on the side. And that is perfect. That's perfect the way I wanted it. A little bit charred. Looks burnt. It's not burnt. No burnt smell. That side is done. Finish up the other side and then dinner. Dale, I'm moving in. I'm working on it right now. I've got a lot of stuff there. I've got to insulate it. I've got some styrofoam signboard that I'm putting up on the inside. I got to patch some holes. I want to cover the top in a tarp, but all of that stuff is there in this small little shack, and I've got a lock on the shack, so it's mine. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing a lot of that work. I still have stuff to bring over, like my stove, but the goal is to get it finished in the next couple days, move in. Nah, I'm not too much of a sweet guy. I gotta be very careful the way I show it off. I'm gonna show the inside off. I might do a very short tour of the outside. but I can't show the lay of the land. Where it is, there's too many identifiable landmarks, and I don't want people to know where it is for my personal safety. Well, guess what, guys? I think we're done. My dinner's definitely done. And I'm going to see about opening it. Don't stick, don't stick, don't stick. It didn't stick. Woo! I'm going to try some kimchi. Oh, that's hot. That's really hot. Oh. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. And yeah, that is dinner. I'll just take it out with a stick, apparently, because that's what I've got. It's not sticking. Beautiful. You know what? Screw it. I gotta try some milk. Oh my god. That might be the best thing I've ever cooked over this fire. Might be. Holy crap, that is the best thing I've ever cooked over this fire. Holy crap. That's not fair. How the hell is that so good? That is not fair. I literally just threw some random stuff in a bag. Oh, that is so damn good. Yeah, that's it. That's the meat, kimchi and garlic and everything. It's done. I'm gonna have to let you guys go now. I'm gonna portion that out for dinner and breakfast and lunch and dinner tomorrow, and eat with my salad. It's been fun. You guys, thanks for joining me. Until the next time, you guys have a great night. Thanks for being here and watching a fire and me cook. Oh. It's still really meaty. The kimchi doesn't overpower the meat at all. And the funkiness is perfect with it. God damn, and the garlic. Gotta love the garlic. Damn. That's unfair how good that is. Night, everybody.